everyone, my name is Myrian and I'm going to show you how I like to draw my favorite part of the face, which is the eye. Now, I draw a lot of my drawings in black and white because I think it captures the feelings and emotions better, but that's just me. So anyway, I don't do like most people do or most artists do, which is to start off with the pupil and then just work my way around it like so. I pretty much like shade the eye into what I'm drawing. See, this is where you sketch it out, blah blah blah. No, I don't do that unless I'm doing traditional. So since I'm working with digital, I could do things a lot differently. And as you can see, I start off with just an area. Well, right now it's just a small area because I'm just going to draw the eye. And I just shade in that part. And then I have the eye socket. And then once I do the eye socket, I start drawing in or shading in the pupil and everything else around it. And I'm not really getting into the shaping part. Well, I'm kind of shaping the pupil is how large I would like it. And then once I'm satisfied with what I'm going to work with, then I go ahead and just zoom in so I can start adding some detail. Now, once I'm zoomed in, I don't have a particular point where I start off. I can start off with the pupil, I could start off with the eyelid. In this case, I'm just going to add just a little more shape to the eye and kind of define out how the eyelids are going to go. And then I kind of leave that, leave that little dark area right there because I want to show that the eye is not completely football shape. And then I start shading in just a little bit more here. Because these are the spots that's going to show like creases and everything else. Now I'm starting on the pupil. As you can see, I just basically white out parts. And it starts taking shape as I use the white to lighten up everything. But even though it's taking shape, it's really blurry. And this is where my detail set apart starts coming in. Here I'm doing the eyelid. And make sure that's defined. I don't want to make it seem like it's all one piece. And then right underneath the eye there, it's very important to make sure that part is showing because no one's eye goes straight into the eye. It comes out just a little bit because the eyelids are folding around it. So I'll just lighten up that area. And around the nose, the bridge of the nose. And I'm going to get into some more detail here. Start around in the corner, just add just a little bit of shadow here, and also to add in the eyelashes. And I just flick them in. Now I have a bad habit of when I flick the eyelashes, they all tend to be the same size, and I don't mean that. It's like I just stop short, but I'll fix that. And right now I'm just trying to get the detail of the eye in. And drawing the iris. And when it's not perfectly round, that's when I enlarge the tool a little bit more and just go around this way. Now it kind of looks like it's rounded, but that's okay. I'm just adding the shadow to show that, hey, there's an eyelid here and it's casting a shadow on the eyeball. Detail to the pupil. Show, hey, there's some muscle here. Now the iris is a little too big, so I'm going to pull this the lighter color of the eye here. I'm just gonna color in this area to shrink the iris down, and that takes away the rounded look that the eye had. And even though that seems uneven, that's when I come back and kind of shape it up a little bit. Now I'm going to add just a little more detail to the eyelid. To add some depth to it there. And also give it these straight lines too. Now you see a little bit of detail that made it pop, but when you add the light source, it really makes it look like, ooh, it's an eye, and it becomes a little bit more clearer. And so here, I'm just gonna make my tool a little bit bigger so I can make this part of the eye. And in some of the shade, you see some of the lines from previous. You want to leave that in there because eyelashes do cast a shadow on the eye as well too. Kind of erase part of the iris there, no problem. I can add that back. Pupil. A little more shadow around here. Right here, add some more eyelashes. These look uneven. No one has even lashes unless they have fake ones, and even those look good too. Now I'm drawing the eye. You know, if you really want to get crazy with detail, you can add just a little bit of vein like I'm doing. I mean, you can barely see it. This particular drawing is small, not the actual size, but if you're drawing like large digital drawings and you really want to show some detail, you might want to add that in there because it just adds a sense of realism to it. Just going around adding more detail here to show where the eyelids is separated from the eyeball. There's the eye. Now I'm going to add the fold of the top eyelid. Now mind you, I always mess this up. Always. If I make it too dark like I just did. So I'm going to try to light it up. Well, first let me go over here, add a little shadow over here. See? See? I made it too dark. No problem. I'm gonna lighten it up. Hopefully I don't mess it up even more than what it is. Part of the nose there. Come around. Part of the cheek. The under eye. Just defining it. I'm just going to put one in here anyway. And when I draw the eyebrow, the same little flicks I do with the eyelash, just to make the shape. And add the hair in. And just like the eyelash, I tend to go to the same spot each time. So once I get the shape in and get the, you know, the hairs looking like I want it to look, I make my tool bigger and I just shade it in more to give it kind of like a full look. This. There. Kind of shade this in more. She has a little bit of makeup on. Ah, jeez, I made it. Okay, see, I made it too dark. And I erased the crease of the eyelid. As expected of me. I always do that. So I'm going to go back to shade in the eyelid, sort of. There we go. Add just some eyeshadow here. Yeah, there you go. She looks, she has a fat eyelid, but that's okay. It's okay. I can fix that. Around here. A little more shadow there, a little more shade there. Some more hair. And not everybody's eyebrows perfect unless they have makeup artists all the time making it perfect. Where they go and get their eyebrows trimmed. More shadow here to add more detail. A little more detail in the eye. And the pupil, excuse me. More light source. Looking good, looking good. Separating that eyelid from the eyeball. There we go. See, it's separate. Let's see. Need to make just a few more adjustments here, but no, I think it look okay. Yeah. Well, no, let me add some more. I'm a shade freak, so just bear with me. Hold on. I'm gonna add some more. So around here. Around the bottom of the eye. Okay, I'm just making the eye stand out here. Side, right there, and then, see, just a little bit. And there we go. And that's how I draw my eye. Well, that's how I shaded my eye when I do my drawings. Now again, my technique is completely different how anyone else would do it. I do it completely backwards, and the end result turns out decent. So that's how I make my eye. I hope you enjoyed watching me do this. You have a great day. Bye.